So you think you've never been manipulated? Cute. Hate to break it to you, but you probably have, multiple times. And worse, you've probably done some of these things to other people without even realizing it. Manipulation isn't always dramatic or obvious. It's sneaky. It's that little guilt trip your mom gives you, that coworker who plays the victim, or that friend who suddenly goes silent when they're mad at you. You know these tactics, you've felt them, and chances are they're shaping your decisions without you even noticing. Let's get into the 10 most common ways people manipulate others, how to spot them, and most importantly, how to shut them down. 1. Gaslighting. That never happened. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard, but somehow they convince you otherwise. Ever called someone out on their behavior, only for them to respond with, "You're being dramatic. That never happened." Yep, that's gaslighting. For example, you know your partner was flirting with someone else at the party, but when you bring it up, they laugh and say, "Wow, you're so insecure. You always twist things." Now you're standing there questioning your own memory. How to shut it down? Stick to the facts. Don't argue. Just say, "I know what I saw. We're not going to rewrite history." End of discussion. 2. Guilt tripping. After everything I've done for you. Classic move. Make someone feel so bad that they bend to your will. Moms are Olympic-level champions at this, but don't get it twisted. Friends, partners, and bosses do it too. For example, your friend wants to borrow money. You say no. Instead of respecting your decision, they hit you with, "Wow, I guess I was wrong to think I could count on you." Cue the guilt. How to shut it down? Flip it. If you really cared about me, you wouldn't pressure me into doing something I don't want to do. Watch them struggle to respond. 3. The silent treatment. Because maturity is overrated. Ah yes, the "I'm not talking to you until you apologize for something you didn't do" method. It's childish, it's annoying, and it's straight up emotional blackmail. For example, you had a small argument with your best friend. Instead of addressing it like an adult, they go radio silent for days, making you feel like a criminal. How to shut it down? Call it out. "Look, if you need space, fine. But if you're ignoring me to punish me, I'm not playing that game." Done. 4. Love bombing. You're my soulmate. After 2 days, you just met this person, and they're already planning your wedding, calling you their everything, and texting you 24/7. Red flag. Love bombing feels good at first, but it's usually followed by control, jealousy, and emotional withdrawal. For example, Day 1. You're the most amazing person I've ever met. Day 3. I can't live without you. Day 10. Why didn't you text me back immediately? Are you cheating on me? How to shut it down? Slow them down. I like getting to know people at a normal pace. If that doesn't work for you, maybe we're not a match. Watch them either back off or reveal their true colors. 5. Triangulation. Bringing in a third party to make you feel small. If someone keeps dragging other people into your issues, they're playing mind games. For example, your boss tells you, "Even Sarah thinks you're not working hard enough." So now you're mad at Sarah, when in reality, she might not have said anything. How to shut it down? Call their bluff. "Oh really? Let's ask Sarah what she actually said." Watch them panic. 6. Fear-mongering. If you don't do this, something terrible will happen. This is the scare them into obedience tactic. Parents use it, politicians use it, salespeople love it. For example, a car dealer says, "If you don't buy this car today, the price will skyrocket tomorrow." Meanwhile, that same car is still on sale 2 months later. How to shut it down? Don't act on fear. Step back and think, would I make the same decision if I wasn't being pressured? 7. Emotional blackmail. If you loved me, you'd do it. If someone makes you feel like love equals obedience, they're manipulating you. For example, a partner says, "If you really loved me, you'd give me your passwords." That's not love, that's control. How to shut it down? Respond with, "Love isn't a transaction. If you trust me, you don't need to test me." 8. Playing the victim. Poor me, I'm always the one suffering. Some people refuse to take responsibility for anything. Every bad thing in their life is someone else's fault. Real-life example, your coworker never finishes their work. When the boss calls them out, they say, No one helps me. Everyone just wants to see me fail. How to shut it down? Hit them with, okay, but what are you going to do about it? 9. Future faking, selling you a dream that'll never happen. They promise something big to keep you around, but they never deliver. Real life example, your boss keeps saying, I'll give you that raise next year. 3 years later, you're still waiting. How to shut it down? Set a deadline. Okay, let's set a date for when this will happen. Otherwise, I'll have to make other plans. 10. Blame shifting, turning everything back on. You call them out, and somehow you end up apologizing. Yeah, you've been played. Real life example, your partner cheats, and when you confront them, they say, well, if you paid more attention to me, maybe I wouldn't have done it. How to shut it down? Don't take the bait. Just say, your actions are on you. I'm not responsible for your choices. You've probably fallen for at least one of these at some point, and that's okay. What matters is that now you see it. People will keep trying to manipulate you, but now you won't fall for their tricks. Stay sharp, set boundaries, and remember, the only power manipulators have is the power you give them.